Good evening, and welcome to the Early Late Night Live Show. We are on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and on our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. The premise of this show was to give actors and artists of more small league actors and artists an opportunity to show off and an opportunity to shine and an opportunity to be interviewed on a talk show, because who has worked in this industry has not thought about the joy of being able to be interviewed on a talk show. I don't know if it is joyful to be interviewed by me or Mitch or KJ. I hope it is. I enjoy being interviewed with them. But I would say, as much as I feel like I've worked really hard to give them an opportunity to shine, I feel like I've taken away more and learned from the artists and the actors that we've had on the show. I have learned a lot and have been challenged as an artist and as a performer by a lot of these people to be better and greater. And amidst this COVID situation, amidst this harder times, it's been really cool to see a lot of people step up to the plate and shine and really push forward with the art even amidst the greatest trial, because true creativity does not come from freedom. True creativity comes from restriction. And people have been very restricted now. Now, we're also usually restricted because we're low-budget artists who have very little reach and very little opportunity. But the man we have on the show tonight is a man who has taken the lead on a lot of things and has challenged the narrative, I would say, of what it is to be a, dare I say, small-time player, and seeing how it is to push things forward. Now, I am making this monologue up, and I am dragging it on because, I didn't write one, and B, I wasn't planning on doing one tonight, and C, Arnie didn't watch the trailer, and so now I have to talk really long while she watches the trailer before we go into our first segment of the show, which is Trailer Trash. So I don't know if Arnie's listening right now, but she should have watched the trailer, because that's just what she should do, because we're supposed to be excellent and good, because we're being challenged by these artists who come on our show and a lot better than us, and we should be trying to get better. And all we have to do is watch a friggin' trailer. That's all we do. All we do is watch a friggin' trailer and crap on it. This isn't really hard, and yet we still manage to screw that up. Granted, Arnie picks all the trailers, does all the scheduling, does everything else, and all I do is show up and get to write a monologue. But still, it's your late night live show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. Let's roll this opening credits, and we will be having some more of the show, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. See, this is truly the testament of excellence when it comes to being a host. I timed that. How perfectly did I time that, Arnie?
You timed it perfectly. I was literally just pushing the mic button as you were saying, it's the Early Late Night Live Show.
You see? I don't do anything else very well in this show, but I do that pretty well. I time the monologue pretty darn well. I time it pretty
very well.
Sitting with me always, unfortunately, is my sister KJ.
Hi, everyone. I did actually watch the trailer, as it turns out.
The international star who has been with us for a while now, and he comes in because he can't get enough abuse. Mitch Fortier, how are you doing?
Ahoy, sir.
And Justin Fortin, the man who changed his hairstyle just to confuse me. I get confused very easily. I'm kind of slow-witted at times, and I get tired really easy, and I occasionally just fall asleep and nap and ignore things, such as the road. Yes, hey. That officer did not find that joke very funny when I crashed into the telephone pole with his car. Anyways, Justin Fortin, a very prominent figure in this area, and a very inspiring man in a lot of ways. But this is our favorite segment of the show. It's the first segment of the show, so we can get rid of it quicker. And by the sound of the murmuring from some of the people who have watched this trailer, I feel like they're not going to be too thrilled with what they see. So it's Trailer Trash. And Arnie, what's our one and only trailer we have up tonight?
So our one and only trailer is Jack Snyder.
Jack. What do you mean Jack Snyder? There's no friggin' J in it. What the hell's the matter with him? You not heard of Jack Snyder?
Jack Jider.
All right. Anyway, it's the Snyder cut of the Justice League trailer. Can we roll that, please, before I get any more abuse?
I literally talked about this like 2 weeks ago in the monologue.
I wasn't paying attention. Shock of all shocks.
Oh my God.
This is the trailer for the upcoming director's cut of the 2017 movie Justice League. It's the 5th film in the DC extended universe, and it's based on the DC Comics superhero team of the same name. I believe it's available. It's going to be available on HBO Max. I just haven't found when it's going to be released. Sorry, it's been a long day.
So Arnie's done a very thorough job with this, but granted, she only watched the trailer 30 seconds ago, so yeah.
I thought I was doing pretty good considering.
So, I have much to say about this trailer, but who would like to start off? KJ, thank you for volunteering.
All right. So I was watching this, and if I'm not looking at you guys properly, it's because somehow I lost the video feed on this. So we'll figure out how to get back on in a second. Right. So I was watching this trailer. It's the visuals look amazing. It looks like you're a comic book in the very best possible way. I love the Batman, the look of Batman in this movie, and I like the darkness. I feel like this trailer was not made for me. I haven't actually watched the original cut, let alone this cut. So I was watching it going like, I don't really get why, like what's going on or why. And the music is really kind of draggy. So I feel like this is a trailer cut exclusively for the fans, not for someone who has not seen the original cut. That's all I have to say.
All right. Now, overall, how do you feel about it? I mean, are you at least interested? I mean, you like Superman, you like Flash and Batman and whatnot.
Honestly, watching this, I thought, it feels very Saturday morning cartoon. I feel like I probably would watch it in pieces, otherwise I'd get a sugar high from the cereal I was eating.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on my mood. Tonight, no, it's not a good thing.
All right. Okay. All right. Mitch Fortier, what are your thoughts on this trailer?
I am not entirely sure what to make of it. Like, so you said that this was a re-release, essentially, is what's going on here, but with a director's cut.
Release. I don't know if you guys remember, but Superman 2, the original Superman 2, directed by damn it, the guy who directed the Lethal Weapon series. What's wrong with me?
I'll find it. Continue on.
The guy who directed the Lethal Weapon series. He directed the first Superman film, which was a huge success, and he was in the process of making the second one. The producers fired him, and they brought another director on who reshot like half the movie. Well, the fans got so upset that they wanted to see his version of the movie that they actually got the film re-released with the original director's cut of the film. That's
Richard Donner.
Richard Donner, yes. I should know that. And that's basically what happened
Shame on
here.
Mm-hmm.
Zack Snyder was working on the film, and then his daughter died, very tragically. Oh. And so his daughter died, and so then someone else had to take over the film, and it was taken over by Josh Whedon, who did the cut that is famously disliked. And so the fans revolted and said, we want to see the Zack Snyder cut, and that's how this came about.
Okay, all right. So that would kind of make sense as to, I think, in general, what they, what it's all about in terms of trying to provide story for all this, because I think the people that are going to be the target audience. So it didn't give you a lot of that. But as somewhat of a pseudo DC fan, I mean, I like superhero movies. So the Marvel universe, the DC universe. This actually, when watching it, I thought it was kind of an interesting approach with the song and just the images and and then at the end they kind of throw in some dialogue to explain a little bit about what was going on. So it was interesting from that perspective. It looks amazing and looks action packed. There's a lot of characters in it that I don't really know any of the history behind. So it would be a learning education for me. It would be a learning experience for sure. I mean, just love to see Batman. Superman is my very close second favorite superhero right now, next to Deadpool. And then I haven't seen a lot of Wonder Woman. I still haven't seen Aquaman, so Personally, there's a lot for me in this film, and the trailer itself looks just kind of it did take a while to go. The song is really slow, and I'm not sure that this song is appropriate. I don't, for what they're doing. I mean, the song has nothing to do with superheroes. It's got something to do with music and whatever else.
Real quick, Timothy Tripp said, "Time for something other than comic book movies. Need to see a good comedy. Hell, I would even watch a chick flick if it made my wife happy." Yes.
There's plenty of no question. There's a lot of those out there. Yeah.
Good point.
I haven't been watching a lot of them myself, so I'm not inundated with them at this point personally. But
so, Justin Fortin, what are your thoughts on this trailer?
I think it kind of drags, but I'm kind of old school. Like, I don't like now that every superhero movie that's made is apocalyptic. Like, I like it when they make a superhero movie and they have, like, a good villain, not try to push in so much at once or so many heroes at once. Like, Justice League, it makes sense, but I think that it's just, like, it's too much for one movie.
Well, so I saw Justice League, and I liked it. I didn't think it was as horrible as everyone said it was. There was a guy, the character, it wasn't really like the whole world's going to fall apart. It was like the whole world could fall apart, and the whole battle takes place in like one small location, which I appreciated. It wasn't like we're going to destroy the entire city.
Right, everyone.
Yeah, like everyone. This one I think is definitely going to be more apocalyptic because, I mean, literally there's an apocalypse you see in it, and it has to do, I think what was cut out of the original one was the visions that Batman had in Batman versus Superman, which I really liked, and Man of Steel, which I also really liked. I think this is going to connect those films a bit more, and I think there's going to be a much bigger and broader film. It is not a very good trailer, I will say. It's not edited particularly well. There is a lot of fan service in the sense that they're showing, hey, remember this shot? The shot we saw in the original trailer? Superman in his black Superman outfit. So it's like, hey, yeah, this stuff is going to be in it. This is what you wanted for. So this is what you've been asking for. And I think it did do that well. I don't think it was a bad trailer. I just don't think it felt like it was like, oh, we're going to have one song and we're just going to organize these shots in a particular way. With that being said, I really want to see it because I really want to see what Zack Snyder had in mind because I feel like a lot was set up with Batman versus Superman, and really not much of it was answered. And I felt like it was kind of all shoved under the rug with the Justice League cut. So this is the original cut. This is the original idea, the original intention, which I am excited for. So I'm very interested in this. I loved all these actors that played these roles, and I'm excited to see them play the roles again. I'm one of the few people who are a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman. I thought he was a very good Batman. So, I
love him. I loved him as Batman.
I thought he was really good. I was very impressed. I had pretty low expectations. No, I did. I didn't expect him to be horrible. I just didn't expect him to be good, and it was beyond good. He was like, he's honestly, and people can be mad at me about this, but he really is like the Frank Miller Batman. Like, visually and the way he performed the role was way closer to the actual Frank Miller Batman than Christopher Nolan's and anyone else's. So deal with it. It's true. Read the comic book. Read the comic book. It's because animated film. So, all right. Anyways, we got to get around to the rating on this. Real quick, Bob Turner said, "I grew up with Superman. No, I wasn't born in the '30s, so he's my favorite." Yeah, Henry Cavill's Superman's awesome. The world has enough real problems, Timothy Tripp said right now. Let's find a happy theme. No more destroying the universe. Okay, I can get behind that. In that case, then, Tim, I want you to put a comment here. Arnie, make sure you find the trailer for next week because this is the trailer I mentioned. So, anyways, what are your ratings for this film, Arnie?
I'm going to give it a meh because it should have excited me and it just didn't. So.
Okay. Mitch Fortier?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm one thumb up because it looked cool and there's a lot of information I'm going to learn from it. And one thumb down because I think the trailer just felt empty to me for some reason. It just,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Justin Fortin?
I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up just because it has Batman in it, so it's going to be
I was going to do a different rating, but I'm gonna second that because you're right.
Yeah,
it's got Batman in it. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I should have given 1 for Wonder Woman at least, but
yeah. So anyways,
Wonder Woman.
we got to go to our break. When we come back, we'll be interviewing our very special guest, Justin Fortin. Stay tuned. It's the Early Late Night Live Show, Wednesday nights, 7 to 8. Like, subscribe, share with your friends and enemies alike. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Oh, hey, we're starting a new show.
I'm hosting. So are we. I even wore my suit.
Yeah, we thought at this point it would be probably a little bit better to aim at a younger audience, so we hired Kate. And them.
Wait, them? Our names are them?
Shut up.
Except we won't talk sports, we're not gonna talk politics, just entertainment.
That's the same as my show.
Or not that original.
Get out.
Stay.
Terry, this is my show.
Wanna keep your job?
You're fired.
What?
I'm here.
Show's canceled.
Boom.
Welcome back to the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and on our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and enemies alike, because we're not here to judge unless you made a movie trailer. In that case,
We're so
Judge
here to
Ella.
judge.
yeah, we're totally here to judge. Who am I kidding? In the Skype chat today is a very special guest, the owner of Maine Event Films up in Lewiston, Maine, right? Is that where you're at? Out of now? Yeah. Lewiston, Maine. Justin Fortin, he was a guy who went from nobody knowing who he was to everyone worked with him. And that's pretty much the case. Pretty much everyone, I think, on the show, except for the exception, I think, Dan Graham, has worked with him. Matter of fact, our tech guy, Ryan, I met him because I was on Justin's set. So you're to blame for that, Justin.
I've not had the honor, Justin.
Huh?
I have not had the honor.
Oh, all right. Oh, really? Okay. So you gotta get on one of his sets. At this
We'll make it happen. Yeah, one way or another.
Justin Fortin, how the hell are you?
I am great. You?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. So what have you been doing amidst this this COVID craziness?
So the most recent thing that we did was we filmed war scenes for season 2 of Hearts of New England. It was the only thing we were missing, which was really fun, because we had our stunt coordinator Mark Vidal there. I got to go flying off a cliff. I got to
cool.
Kate Eppers beat the crap out of me. That was awesome. We got to use C2 grenades, smoke grenades. Like it's gonna look really awesome because it's gonna add a lot of quality to the show. For sure.
Now you've done a lot of fight scenes in this series, right?
Yeah, yep. We've done because we on occasion do flashback war scenes to reference why the main character is so messed up.
Oh, okay, yep. Now because I met you, I was stunt coordinating a scene when I first met you, and up until this point, then actually, matter of fact, I think every set I've been on with you, you've been fighting somebody. Either on my sets, as you worked on a few of my sets, you've been fighting people, and been getting beat up. Yeah, so you've done quite a bit of action work amongst your film repertoire, right?
Yeah, I guess I got to work on my temper. Everywhere I go, I'm just getting into fights.
Did you ever have any physical training beforehand? Any martial arts or anything like that?
No, I was on. So I kicked myself in the butt because I was on a set once and I didn't know how to fall. So
right.
It took me so long to fall one day. I'm like, well, I'm never doing this again. So I got on as many like action sets that I could to just get the practice and the beat down.
You do one of the best stunts ever, which we will show at some point in time on the show. We'll have the clip, which I will call, we refer to as the dead fish. Flying across the camera. And,
was awesome.
It's one of the best stunts ever. For those of you who don't know, we did a short film called The Fair Fight. And in it, Kate Eppers actually is in that sequence. I don't know if you remember, but you were diving in front of Kate Eppers. Kate Eppers is being pulled back, and we were supposed to have a body go flying across the screen. Well, we tried it with one stunt guy, and you were there, and I said, well, Justin, how about you give it a shot? And you just went across stiff as a board, and I refer to it now as the dead fish. It was hilarious, because you just go flying across stiff as a board like this completely.
You need to do that slow-mo in your cut of film.
It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. That and I had you up on top of a mountain on the hottest day of the year last year doing a fight scene too.
That was one of my favorite fight scenes too. Like watching that, I love how the choreography came out.
Yeah, hey, anyone who's willing to climb up a mountain on a 100-degree day, with a bunch of people he really doesn't know all that well, and fight someone, is aces in my book. So,
hey, does driving up to the mountain on a 100-degree day, but not finding your way and actually making it on set count?
Yes, it is, because you did as much as you could that day, and I appreciated it too. Yeah, that's right. You were there. Yeah.
In spirit.
They're in spirit. So, Justin, I want you to explain to people, because you went from you're really good with public relations. You're really good with promoting yourself. You've gotten yourself on the cover of now international magazines and such. Can you just give a little chat about what's your mentality when it comes to promotion and growing your audience and people's perception of you?
Like for the biggest part, to self-advocate, like to talk to other people about your stuff, and like not do things like if you don't know how to do something, learn it from someone, because that can get you on like another set. So like a lot of times for movies and whatnot, like I'll offer to run the boom because that's one equipment thing I know how to run. And then something happens down the line. They know who I am. They know I act too. So then that ends up getting me a role. And stuff like that with indie films happens all the time. You can end up getting like a huge role just because you made a good impression with someone. And when it comes to the public relations aspect, like do research, reach out to like your local newspapers if you're doing an event, especially if it's with like a local business, because then 2 or 3 things are getting promoted. So try to get everyone or as much things promoted as you can, so it's not always like just like your name out there, but everyone who helped you.
Oh, cool. I really like the idea of reaching out and keeping in to the local newspapers. They do exist, and I don't think people realize that. And people do read them, so I think that's really important tip to do there. Now, you write, direct, perform, act, and produce. So where are you going with Main Event Films right now? I know you're working on you're finishing up season 2 of Hearts of New England, but where's the next step you think from here?
So we're in the middle of COVID kind of slowed it down, but we were in the middle of filming a boxing movie called Tunnels that KJ's in.
Nice.
And Tunnels, and then I'm working with another director from Maine, working on a movie called Going Dirty, and then another movie called The Christmas Cape. So those are like the next three productions that'll be out there. But we wrapped almost all of season 2 that weekend day, and we'd already filmed some of season 3, so we're at 42% of that. I'm a little excited for like that when we get done filming all of like the seasons for Hearts, because it'll open up more time to film like the other projects, because it's so hard with the series for the cast, like to get everyone back together.
Now, how many seasons are you planning on doing of Hearts of New England?
5.
5. And do you have a overall scope of the story of where you want it to go and how it's supposed to end?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So 4 and 5 is like already outlined. It's just got to be written. Some of 4 already is written, but and 3 were already 42% complete filming. So
that's very specific. That's like,
right.
Like we're about 50%, we're about halfway. We did about 3/4 of the film. We did 42% of the film. We recently calculated it through our Excel
42.2 probably. He just rounded down for simplicity.
42.2, all right.
Yeah.
We also we caught an insert shot the other day. 42.21 actually is what we did. How the hell do you come up with 42%? Like, is it like just 100 pages of the whole season, and you did 42 of the pages, so you're like, that must be 42%. I mean, how did you come up with that number? That's ridiculous.
So I went by pages, like I went by how many pages we had overall, and then did the math of what we have left, and that's what it came out to.
So when you're going through all the pages and you're doing the calculation just so you can come on the show and say a specific percentage, you realize there's more important things I could be doing right now. It's like those people who organize their pencils, like in all the the color by color, and it's like it's not actually going to help at all. Like, what happened to my camera? Oh, that's strange. So
It's fighting back.
I do apologize for this right now. I've got a possessed camera. I've got a possessed phone, which needs to be replaced. My phone, really quickly, so everyone knows, pushes buttons on its own, and it will decide what it wants to open right now, and will just do things randomly. So, Arnie, I need you to take over the interview while I try to fix my phone.
All right. Well, I'm really curious about that photo shoot that you did that got you on the cover of the magazine. I'm trying to remember the name of the magazine. It escapes me. But you're Batman, and Caitlin McCauley, I think I'm saying her name right, is Poison Ivy. Can you tell me how that came about? Because it was a really cool looking shot, and it looked like you guys had a lot of fun.
Yeah. I reached out to her because I had the concept idea for a while. To do Batman and Poison Ivy, just because like she has the perfect hair for that.
Oh, she does.
So I asked her if she'd be willing.
The camera's facing the wrong way. I can't fix it right now.
And she said yes, and I got a hold of two of my good friends from Epic Studios, and they did photos, and we submitted to Shazzle's magazine, and we landed the cover. So I wasn't expecting the cover, so I was pretty happy with that.
That's awesome. So what's the magazine about? Is it a cosplay magazine? Is it a film magazine?
It's a modeling magazine. It changes month to month on what it is. So like that month it was cosplay. I was in another issue 2 months back, but that was a swimsuit issue, so I didn't share any of that.
Appreciate that.
We had a swimsuit model on the show too.
That's awesome.
That one made it hard because work, like I didn't share it on anything. So, but
oh, that's awesome. So obviously you're a big Batman fan. Who's your favorite portrayal of Batman?
Portrayal or betrayal?
Portrayal. Sorry, POR.
I'm definitely gonna have to go with Christopher Nolan just for the acting wise, but I have to say like what Terry said about Ben Affleck is correct because I read the comics and like Ben Affleck is definitely Frank Miller's version of Batman, like to a T.
Yeah, I've read only like the very, very early comics, but my first experience with Batman was the Adam West show. So whenever I think of Batman, I automatically think Adam West, which as it turns out isn't the most accurate portrayal of Batman. So you're going to be in Mark Haggett's short film, right? Boy, Terry's really having trouble with his camera.
I don't know what's going wrong with this thing right now. He decided just to switch on me and flip the camera around, and now it won't even show me any of the buttons. So
okay. Well, we're seeing like a comforter or a pillow or something like that. So you may want to turn your phone off or your camera off until you get it straightened out.
Oh, now it's back to normal. I thought it was facing me. What
yes,
funny.
we are professionals.
What is going on? This is so. I was fighting it. Like, what the hell? All I'm seeing is the other camera, so I thought I'll flip it around this way. But now it's working.
All right then. Okay.
We gotta go to break.
No kidding.
I think we all need a break right now.
Technical difficulties.
We are a professional television show. It's the Early Late Night Live Show, Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and on our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and share with your friends and enemies alike. We're here with our special guest, Justin Fortin of Maine Event Films, the writer and director and main actor of Hearts of New England. We will be right back to discuss some more about the method to his madness. We'll be back.
Okay, take care of that?
Oh, sure. I'll get right on it.
Thanks. What?
Oh, hey.
Okay, what are you doing here?
I was just thinking, your show has all these silly, goofy shenanigans and everything. There's nothing serious. Serious topics and issues.
Whoa, what do you mean about serious topics?
Your show isn't serious.
My show is very serious, Al, as you know. Yes, it is very serious. We talked about the Academy Award thing, and then James Wilson sounds serious.
No, this is what you talk about. There are people taking their cats without consent, putting them on a leash, taking them to the park.
Guys! Get out! And Dan, take off my damn jacket. Cats on a leash?
They don't even have a choice, and they take them to the park, and then they get loose, and there's a child who maybe touch the cat, or somebody steps on it, or there's
Kate.
cars.
Go home.
Welcome back to the early late night live show. My friggin' camera is working properly now, which I'm particularly happy about. And we're here with our special guest, Justin Fortin from Maine Event Films, talking about many things. But right now, we're going to take a break from Justin because he's like really good food. You got to take it in slow sometimes, you know. That's probably about the nicest comment you'll get on the show tonight. You're really good food. I don't know. That's weird. Anyways, we're going to do a segment of the show, which you can blame Arnie for, called How You Doing? And we're going to find out from our hosts how they're doing, what they're doing, and then we're only going to give them a minute because we can ramble. So, Arnie, as soon as you see the timer, go ahead and tell us how you're doing.
All right. So just okay. So I'm doing great. This Saturday night at 7:30, we're doing Evil Under the Sun, a dramatic reading of a script, and I'll be playing one of the suspects. Terry will be playing the Scotland Yard police detective, and playing our Hercule Poirot is one of our frequent guests, George McTire. He was also in our Michael Lawrence movie, which is good. So this is like just a dramatic script reading, but it'll be a lot of fun. It's a funny script. We were cracking each other up while we were practicing the other day, and I really can't wait for George to hear Terry's accent because Terry's got a great accent, and George has a better accent. So
yes. I hope it works. I'm not quite sure how good my accent's going to be.
Yeah, and George was quite exhausted after the first read through. So I think playing a Belgian is a bit more tiring than one would suspect. But anyway, 7:30, check it out on Facebook.
Check it out. All right, cool. Was that a full minute, Dan Graham? Tiny bit over.
Sorry, I couldn't really see it.
She's a rambler. Okay.
I am.
Actually, you're really not, come to think of it. But anyways, Mitch Fortier, take it away. What have we got going on? How you doing? Once you see the timer.
All right. Still not seeing the timer, but I'm going to start anyway. What? All right. Well, give me a 5-second warning and I'll wrap it up. So, hey, living the life of a freelancer, just grinding it out, looking for work. Things are picking up in the industry. I hear New York's got like 36 projects currently casting right now, which is awesome news. I probably won't see any of that, but that's fine. The opportunities are definitely there. A few auditions this week. And one of them had no dialogue. I literally just picked up a wallet, looked at it, kept it, left. And then I come back in the screen, I pick up the wallet again, look at it, and then I go, hey, this is your wallet. I got your wallet. Kind of a thing. Very strange. Bought
but
a
not
new car.
something you haven't had experience doing.
Yeah, no, none of that. Yeah. I never find wallets.
So mean.
Actors who need it. Anyways.
I think that's the end of your time.
No. I'm doing something at the Hatbox on the 25th of October.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, well, make sure you drop it on the Facebook page. All right, Dan, let me know when the timer's going because I can't see because I don't trust my phone. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. We've been working a lot on behind-the-scenes stuff for Narrow Shoot Films over this past 6 months, and there's been a lot to take care of, a lot of stuff we're prepping for the new year. I got to give a quick thank you to KJ, Dan, and soon-to-be Ryan. For those of you who don't know, we were having backup issues. One of our backup systems failed, and so suddenly I had to drive all over and distribute backup drives to be uploaded to a particular website. And as we speak right now, KJ and Dan are doing it, and Ryan will be doing it later. So just quick thank you to you guys. It's always good. And as always, the show is a lot of fun. We are all really busy around this time, especially me and Arnie. I know we're both really busy, so the amount of slack that Dan, Mitch, and Arnie and Ryan pick up, I can't say how much I thank you guys for that. This show wouldn't happen without you, really, to the fullest extent. And that's it. That's how you keep it that's how you keep the time, guys. All right. Yeah. All right. We're going back to our special guest, Justin Fortin of Maine Event Films. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy who's got an interesting hairstyle. I'm used to having short-cut hair. Almost didn't recognize him. I cried a little bit when I saw him because I thought he was a stranger. But he's not a stranger. He's an old friend. So, Justin, how you doing?
Good.
So you're talking about you have 5 seasons outlined for Hearts in New England. 2 of them are shot. The third one is 42.3% shot. All right. Yeah. You're going to be shooting 25.6% later this week or something like I don't know. But how involved in the editing process are you when it comes to this project? So you don't edit them, do you?
No. Chris Fife has taken over editing. Because he's phenomenal at it. And he's going to be the editor going forward. I have no history of that. I have no knowledge of editing, so that's not my forte.
Now you got 5 seasons with this. When is your obviously COVID threw everything off, but when is your end date? When do you think you're going to have all 5 seasons completed? When's the goal?
I'm hoping by 2024 at the latest, because obviously it ties up me being in other productions too, because I'm in a lot of other productions that aren't mine right now. So it'll be nice to have more free time to be able to focus more on that.
Well, not to mention too, you're a busy man for multiple reasons, and one reason is you have a crap load of children, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Crap load.
And one on the way.
Huh?
And one on the way.
And
congratulations!
Wow.
Oh, that's so awesome. How many would that make?
That's 6.
Because you're just not busy enough. So, So, 6 children. Now, your wife is very supportive of your film career too, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. She was on our set, and I met her at one of the premieres. Very nice lady. That's got to be really helpful, especially because the film industry is so involved and so personal and so consuming in a lot of ways. So, what would you say the key is when it comes to having a relationship and in keeping working on the film career and having children too at the same time? How do you balance all this?
It's hard. It never seems like the balance is quite right. But if they support you, it's really not going to matter. As long as you make time for them or your kids, everyone that matters, just don't lose sight of the most important things.
How much do you sleep?
I don't. between 3 and 5 hours.
Okay. Yeah. That makes me feel a little better. And I don't have 6 children though. So I don't know. I'm I only get that amount too, but what's my excuse? I don't have children running around. So, but yeah, so yeah, 3 and 5 hours now. And that's just crazy. 6 kids and a film career and a career. And wow, that's really, really impressive. So if there was one thing you would say to a filmmaker or someone who's interested in filmmaking right now, what would it be?
That's a good question. Just to stay consistent, because I feel like a lot of people, this industry is either you're on 10 projects at once, or you're on a month of a standstill or a month and a half of nothing.
Yeah.
And people get really discouraged when that happens, but I feel like it happens. It's like any other industry. In retail, your peak seasons during the holidays, October through January. And I think the film industry has similarities with that, where there's peak times and then there's down times, and a lot of the younger actors get discouraged when it's downtime.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Now, And I would also add one other thing to it, which is that I would say mind your P's and Q's from the get-go. Because it will all come around. So, like moving forward, mind your P's and Q's from the start. And I would say you've definitely done that. You've made a good impression on a lot of people to begin with. And I would say you probably can't afford to screw this up because you've got 6 children, which is just crazy to have 6 children and be doing this. So, Just Important of Maine Event Films. It's been so cool having you back on the show. I think it's your 3rd or 4th time on the show. It's always inspiring, always interesting. What's going on right now with you? Is there anything right now that you would like to plug?
Yes, I've made it into a Batman movie, which is huge for me. So I'm playing Mr. Kyle, Catwoman's father, and then, which is awesome because it was a different type of role. Like, the dude's like a drunk, so I like it because a lot of times you get like really similar roles. This role is totally different, so it was really fun auditioning for it. And then another film that I'm in right now, they're about to do the sequel, is called Coworkers, which is hilarious because I just play like someone really stupid, like someone from Wayne's World, and it's hilarious. So like everyone's like, "Are you trying to be like Scooby-Doo?" Because I talk like Shaggy throughout the whole thing, and it's awesome.
Is that where the hair? That's the hair. That's what the hair reminds me of. Yes. Can you do a Shaggy impression right now?
No.
All right. Can you do? Actually, I gotta ask this because I'm weird. Is there any accent or particular impression you like to do as an actor performer?
No, like for a little while I could do a Russian accent, but I lost it because I had to have it for a set, and then they ended up canceling that film. It was one of the films that just fell through in the works, but now I don't have it anymore.
Oh man, I used to host this show, and I used to always ask the actors about that I had on the show about accents and stuff like that. My co-host at the time, she hated when I did that, but Arnie and Mitch don't care, so I can do it now. So, anyways, are you sticking around for the game, Justin Fortin?
Yeah, I can stick around for the game.
Awesome. Justin Fortin of Maine Event Films. We will be dropping their YouTube link in the description below. Check out their Facebook page. Check out this stuff. Always a cool guy. Always inspiring. And make sure, folks, that you keep plugging away. Justin's a good example of that, as someone who can keep plugging away. 6 freaking children. That's crazy. Anyways, we're going to break. When we come back, we will have our special game hosted by Mitch Fortier. So stay tuned.
No!
Again.
What's going on?
Well, we're trying to film a promo for the early late night live show, but Facebook Live keeps kicking us off.
Technical difficulties. Tell me about it.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. All right. It's the early late night live. Let's try it again.
What are you trying to say?
Well, that people should watch the show because we have so much fun, talk entertainment news and, things like that. And, of course, my segment.
Yeah.
I swear, Facebook hates us.
Hey, maybe if we do this.
Ooh. Oh.
Whoops. Accidental selfie.
Yeah. Okay. Look, let me.
I got it.
No. You apparently don't.
No, I do.
You don't actually know what you're doing.
But
all right?
It's my phone.
Yeah. No. Listen. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Guys.
You're acting like such a girl.
Oh my gosh, you
Guys.
What?
We're live.
Hey. Join us Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Exeter Channel 98.
And on YouTube when it works.
And we'll talk entertainment news and trash some trailers. And then, of course, we've got my segment. So don't miss it. Join us on Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Siblings.
Welcome back to the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and on our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and enemies alike. It is the last quarter of the show, but it's definitely going to be fun because it's hosted by Mitch Fortier. And it's the game segment of the show, so everyone clap, because it's Mitch Fortier's game show. So clap. Justin, I don't think you can clap, so I think you're holding your camera. Anyways.
That's
The
accurate.
game on.
All right, Mitch Fortier, what have you got?
Well, we're going to start the day off with one of my favorite games. So we're going to do something slightly different this time. the name game, where Justin Fortin, you hopefully you're familiar with it. Just in case you're not, somebody will give you an actor's name, and you take the first letter of their last name and come up with another actor. Now we're going to stick to actors this time, and this time we're going to do no famous people.
No directors or nothing.
No, just strictly actors. We're going to see how many we can come up with. Normally, you're trying to stump people and get them to fail and not come up with something out of a certain period of time, so they drop off. I want to see how many we can get in a minute.
Oh, damn it!
So we're going to do this in team effort. Ready? We're going to try and set a record. We're going to. So Dan, are you able to give?
Go me, then Justin, then Arnie, then you.
Yes. So I don't know what order you guys have. Right. So it'll be Terry, Justin, Arnie, and then myself.
All right.
Dan, can we do that timer? All right.
So I'm saying the name of an actor.
So you go ahead and say the name of an actor, and so when Terry gives that name, then we will start.
All right, Dan, tell me when the timer's going.
No, you just give the name. He'll start it when you give the name.
Oh. Donald Glover.
A B?
It's G.
G.
G? I'm trying to think of the guy from Daredevil who plays Kingpin. And he's in The Green Mile. Doug. Is it Doug, Fred? I don't know.
G.
It's G. So be that to be like, for example, I'm going to give it up. Gary Sinise.
Okay. So just go with that, Gary Sinise.
Steven Seagal.
Seagal. Sean Penn.
I almost want to say Paul Bettany, but I don't know if that's an actor's name. I don't know.
Huh? Yeah, Paul Bettany. Yeah.
So actor begins with a B. I got 5 seconds. Oh, I seen 5 seconds on the timer.
Done.
All right, so
I'm terrible at that.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is harder than it looks. And so technically we got 5. So we're gonna that's our threshold from here.
It's gonna be easy to beat that.
I think so. So we need to start boning up on our actor names. I think start practicing.
It's like this seems to be the hardest thing for us to do.
Ironically enough. All right, so this next game is just for Terry and Arnie.
Oh, okay.
And I hope that it works because it's going to be difficult for sound to come through. If it becomes too, you guys don't know what each other are saying because you guys are going to be saying something at the same time.
Ooh, we never do that.
If you can't hear each other, then you need just let me know and we can, we'll go from there. All right, so this is what the game is. So the two of you are going to start by saying a word. I'm going to start by counting down. 3, 2, 1. You guys say a word.
Okay.
The word that you say, we're hoping that they'll match. We want you guys to match your word.
What?
So because you guys know each other, you're going to take clues from the word that is given and try and come up with some similarity between those two things that you can both latch onto and maybe you're thinking of. And
so
ultimately come up with the same word. No,
you're going to give us a word. We got to say a word that's similar to it, right?
No. I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. Okay. And you guys are both going to say a word at the same time. You're basically trying to create a jinx moment.
Wow.
By reading each other's minds and getting clues from the words that are given.
We can do this, Terry. We can do this.
All right, we'll try this for a minute or two. If it feels like you guys don't really want to, if you want to give up, that's fine.
Just do a really leading
Or if you want
word.
to power through it and try and make it happen. If my biggest concern is not being able to hear each other.
Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Ready?
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Hair.
Cowboy. Did you say bear?
I said hair.
Hair.
So I'll give you guys a moment to think about that word, and now you're going to try and come up with the same word using the clues and trying to somehow come up with the same word. Right? 3, 2, 1.
Horse.
Magnificent.
Magnificent and horse. So now you guys can put these clues together if you want. It may get more complicated, or you can go back to the first clue and keep trying
I
based
think
on
our
that.
clues are building on each other, aren't they, Terry? We're thinking about the same movie now.
Hey, magnificent horse. Yeah. Ready?
All right.
So, all right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
7.
Yeah.
Yes!
Wow. 3 tries. You both. I wasn't sure exactly what Terry said, but apparently you got it right.
7. We both said 7.
Yep, Magnificent 7.
This is fun. I like
That's
this.
pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I did not expect it to go that quickly.
All right, Arnie. All right. You know, I was rubbing my hands through my hair. I was trying to tell you to say hair.
Oh.
Oh, that's the other thing. You cannot repeat a word.
Okay.
All right. So, KJ, would you like to play with Justin?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Ready? Justin, you got any questions? We're good?
Where do the clues come up from?
All right. So, the words that you guys say.
So you're establishing something, and then you're starting with you both say a word, and then that's your first clue, and you're both trying to get to saying the same word.
Okay.
All right. And you cannot repeat the word, any of the words that have been said so far. Okay. All right. Ready? 3,
Ready.
2, 1.
Boat.
Batman.
All right.
What
We
did you
got
say?
boat and Batman.
Boat and Batman. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
3,
actually, I have a tie.
3, 2, 1.
Sink.
Joker. What did you say?
I said sink.
Sink.
Positive thinking there. Very positive thinking.
Okay.
All right.
I have no idea how we're going to tie this up. Let's do it
Okay,
again.
ready? 3, 2, 1.
Dark Knight.
What did you say, KJ?
Float. What did you
Float.
say?
He said Dark Knight, which is technically
You
two
guys
words.
are like switching.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
I'll follow you, Justin.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Iceberg.
Nolan.
Again with the 2 words, Justin. I don't know what to do with you.
Did he
What
switch
did
again?
you say?
He said iceberg.
Oh. All right, let's go with iceberg and boat. And I think we're both thinking the same thing now.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Titanic.
There you go.
Right. A little collusion there. I don't know, but you were already beat from the get-go. So, all right. So I'm going to go around the horn with these questions. And what you need to do is you need to say your answer as quickly as possible. No thinking about it. First thing that comes to mind.
No thinking is what I do best.
This should
So
be
we're
fun.
all doing it?
So I'll alternate. I'll just we'll start with Terry, and then I'll go to Justin, and then I'll go to KJ. All right, ready?
Ready?
So Terry,
Yes.
what would you do if you found a wombat in your car?
Ask what a wombat is.
Justin,
Observe.
how many apples can you eat in 20 minutes?
17.
All right.
Sure
KJ,
it wasn't 42?
that would have been a great answer, actually. It is the answer to life, the universe, and everything after all.
I'm ready, Mitch. With
All
my
right. All right, KJ, make up a famous dancer name.
Isabella Pointy Toe.
Oh, man. That's awesome. I love that question.
Little pointy toe.
I'm like, as soon as I was writing the question, I was laughing my face off. I'm like, oh. All right, Terry.
Yes.
Name a weird flavor of pie.
Oh, kiwi. It's just weird. Just
What did you say?
kiwi.
Oh, kiwi. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
that's weird. I'm sorry. It'd be a weird pie. Kiwi.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Justin, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
104.
You keep getting the number questions. I did not design it that way.
Go through the commercial. It's 3.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, crunch, 3.
Yeah. Thank you.
KJ,
Yes.
what food would you never eat?
Wombat.
Let's see. How much time we got?
Or
We got
17 apples. Right?
Or
17
or apple wombat pie. I draw the line.
kiwi wombat apples.
Kiwi flavored wombat pie.
Let's see. All right. Terry,
Yes.
what is at the end of the sidewalk?
A road. I don't know.
I wasn't sure where that question was going to end up, but hey, that's what the game's all about.
I almost said your death, but that just sounded morbid, and I didn't want to say that. You're doomed. That is what's at the end.
Well,
of
I
the
suppose as long as we
sidewalk,
keep it PC, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Justin. Let's see. What is your favorite planet?
Mars.
Okay, to elaborate.
No.
I would have said Pluto. Come on, it's a planet.
Pluto. It's so misunderstood.
It's real. Pluto's a planet.
Mars is the next greatest frontier. All right, KJ.
Right.
What is the ugliest fruit?
Ooh, ugliest fruit. Probably. I don't know. A rotten banana.
Rotten banana. That works.
All right.
That's pretty ugly. Kind of smelly too. Attracts fruit flies. All right, ready, Terry?
I'm
Last
ready.
question. In one word, what is KJ's best trait?
Aw. I have so many, it's taking forever.
And one word, what is KJ's best trait?
You were supposed to. You can't think about this. First thing that comes to mind.
That type of, I'm her brother. That type of crap. What's good about Arnie doesn't come to my mind a lot.
Which is why I gave you the question.
would
I knew
say
he was going to
smile.
stump you.
Aw, thanks.
Justin.
Now you're gonna be self-conscious about yourself.
All right, we got time for
Long
2 more.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's been a fun game. Thanks for the laughs. Mitch Fortier is doing a great job. Hosting the game segment. Always appreciate it. Justin Fortin, it's been great having you on the show. Wish you all the best of luck moving forward with Hearts in New England. Can't wait to have you back. KJ, you're here. But who do we have for guests for next week?
Oh, next week we have Steve Van Sampson. You may remember him as the writer with the really cool vampire
That
books.
guy has the best name. It's
Yes,
just the
he
best
does.
name. You know, it's really just the best name ever.
Right.
Everyone should want his name. So he's our guest for next week. Arnie, please make sure you have a trailer for next week because I'm not very good at picking them. I want to make sure you've watched them because I'm relying on you having the actual information, not me. So it's our late night live show Wednesday nights from 7 to 8. Please make sure to tune in next week at 7 o'clock for more of these laughs and these games and these wondrous times to behold, hanging out with us 4 schmucks right here. Hopefully I'll know what I'm doing with my camera next week. Thank you to Thorndike Productions. Thank you to Exeter TV, Rob Glowacki. Thank you to Dan Graham. Thank you, Mitch Fortier, Justin Fortin, KJ. We are out of here. We will see you guys next week.
Hey, thanks for watching the Early Late Night Live Show. We are on every Wednesday night live at Exeter Studios in Exeter, New Hampshire, 7 p.m. every Wednesday night. Please make sure to join us next week for more entertainment, comedy, and information that is probably not that important or timely, but no sports and no politics, so there's that. To find out more about my film company, make sure to check out narrowstreetfilms.com. To find out more about Killarney's writing, make sure you check out KillarneyTraynor.com. To find out more about Mitch and his acting, I'm sure he's got a website. I keep forgetting the name of it. I'll write it down here. To find out more about the wonderful studio that we produce at Exeter Studio, go to exeternh.tv. They're a great studio and they're doing a lot of cool things. But please make sure to like us on Facebook, and please, please, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell and like, and make sure that you share with your friends and enemies alike, because we don't judge that much. See you next week.